Hello future CAs, welcome back to my channel again. Your one-stop guide for everything related to CA exams. If you are new here, I am Pooja, a chartered accountant, and I have an experience of working for Ernst Young and KPMG. And I help CA aspirants like you succeed with practical tips, strategies and support. So, guys, are you feeling overwhelmed with your CA Inter syllabus and wondering how to complete it all in time for the upcoming exams? So, guys, don't worry, you're not alone. In this video, I'm sharing a powerful 80-day study plan that will help you stay focused, cover the entire syllabus strategically, and it will also leave enough time for revision and mock tests also. This plan is flexible, practical, and also designed to maximize your efficiency. So you're not just studying hard, but you're studying smart. So grab your notebook and stay till the end. So let's break down how you can conquer CA Inter in just 80 days. So guys, if you are new to my channel, I request you all to subscribe and hit the bell icon below so that you can get notified whenever I post any new videos. So guys, when you visit my channel, in the playlist section, you can see there is a separate playlist for CA Inter exams. So in this playlist, you can find different type of study plan, subject specific guidance and much more videos. And there is also a playlist for CA GPT for students. In this playlist, I have made different videos in which I have shown as to how you can use CA GPT while preparing for your exams. So do visit my channel and watch these videos. And there are various other playlists as well which might be helpful for you. So before we go ahead and discuss this study plan, I would like to discuss some important things. So the first important point is when you are studying, it is very important to prepare notes for all the subjects. Now you have 80 days left for the exam, but once you complete studying, before the exam only 1.5 day will be left. So in that 1.5 day, it won't be practically possible to study the entire study material and all the other things. So it is very important to prepare notes. So now how you will prepare notes? So for practical subjects like accounting, you will note down all the formulas in one place. And if there are any specific formats, you can note down that also in a notebook. So this will be your notes for subjects like accounting and even your financial management and costing, that is management accounting. For all of these, you will prepare the notes in this manner. Then for theory subjects, suppose take example auditing. For this, what you will be doing is you will be noting down the auditing standards, number and the name in one place. Whatever concepts are there, you will convert it into short, concise points and you will note it down in a notebook. So for theory subjects, you will prepare your notes in this manner. And then for the provision based subjects, like your income tax and the GST also. So for these subjects, you will note down the section numbers and the provisions as well. So these notes will be very important and it will be very handy, especially when you are studying 1.5 days before the exam. And for accounting subject, also note down the accounting standard numbers and accounting standard name as well in one place, because in the exam you will have to code this in the different answers. And also the institute has released a booklet called Saransh, so you can use this as notes for revision purpose. It is in a booklet form and it has summary of all the chapters, so you can use this as well. The next important point is it is very important to study the study material, go through the revision test paper and also go through the last year question papers as well. And the next important thing is to practice MCQ. So you can practice it from the MCQ portal, and also the ICA has recently released a booklet called as case scenario booklet. So there also different MCQs are available. So you have to practice from there also. And I have also made a video on my channel as to from which all sources you can be practicing MCQ. I'll add the link of that video in the end screen. So you can watch that video as well and ensure you practice MCQ from all those sources. And the next important point is do not do selective study. It is very important to study all the chapters from the syllabus. And sometimes for practical subjects like accounting, it has been noticed that some of the students ignore theory. But you have to study theory as well, because when you study theory, that will make your concept strong. And then when twisted questions are asked in the exam, you will be easily able to answer those questions. And the next important point is written practice. Since we all are aware that most of the times the question paper is very lengthy in the exam. So we have to do sufficient written practice so that in the exam we'll be able to write legibly as well as in fast speed. So one suggestion here is whenever you are practicing any answer, suppose you are solving any question from accounting, what you will have to do is first you have to estimate as to how much marks that question might come in the exam. So for this, first you can go through the previous year paper or the mock test paper. So you will get an idea as to this question might come for 10 marks or 15 marks, and based on that you will have to give a estimated time to answer that question, and then you have to look at the clock and ensure you write the answer within that stipulated time. When you are practicing in your study leave, you have to ensure that you finish writing that answer or solution within that time. And after you complete writing that solution, you have to compare your answer with the ICI study material or RTP, MTP, depending on whatever you are answering. And we have to check that our answer does not have significant deviations from the ICI answer. We have to see as to in which step we have gone wrong or how we can improve further. And then if there is any significant change in our answer and the ICI answer, we can practice writing that answer again. So in this way you have to do written practice. So in exam you will be able to complete it within the stipulated time. The next important point is to practice the mock test paper as well. So for every attempt, the ICI will release two series of mock test paper. It is very important to practice both of these series. So now let's quickly go ahead and look at this study plan. So here we have days. So approximately this is 80 to 82 days study plan. And I have made this for the upcoming September 2025 attempt. But however, whichever attempt you are writing the exam, you can use this plan. So we are starting this plan from 14 June 2025. Let's see the outline now. So totally in the study plan, we have 5 slots. Out of that, 4 slots will be for 3 hours each. And the last slot, that is the 5th slot, this is for 1 hour. So let's go and see as to what are the timing of these slots. So slot 1, this is from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. Then slot number 2, this will be from 9:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. Then we have slot 3. This will be from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. Then we have slot number 4, which will be from 5:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. And then slot 5, which is the last slot. This will be from 9:30 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. So as you can see in this study plan, we have sufficient break incorporated between each slot so that you do not get bored while studying. And also we have sufficient time for sleep as well. So even during your study leave, it is very important to catch up on at least 7 hours of sleep. Because if you sleep well, your mind will be fresh and you will be able to focus better on your studies. So it is very important to take care of your health also in the study leave. So now let's go ahead and decode this study plan. So this plan is starting from 14 June. Now one thing is common in this study plan, that is this 5th study slot, which is of 9:30 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. So on all the 80 days, in this last study slot, you will be practicing the MCQ. So you can practice the MCQ either from the MCQ portal or from the case scenario booklet as well. So as we are aware that for each of the subject, MCQ is for 30 marks, hence it is very important. And for most of the subject, case scenario based MCQ will be asked in the exam. So the ICI has launched the case scenario booklet. It is very important to practice MCQ from this. Hence one separate slot we are keeping for this purpose itself. Apart from these two sources, you can practice MCQ from RTP, MTP previous year papers as well. And as I mentioned earlier, I have made a separate video on this which you can go and watch later. So from 14 June to 18 June, this will be your study plan. So for the first 5 days, you will be studying corporate and other law and advanced accounting. In slot 1, you will study corporate and other law, and in slot 2, you will study advanced accounting. Then in slot 3, you will study advanced accounting, and in slot 4, you will study corporate and other law. So here we have tried to combine one practical subject and one theory subject. So on each of the days, you will be studying two subjects so that you will not get bored of studying the same subject. So as we go ahead in this plan, I request you all to pause the video at relevant places and note down this study plan. Then from 19th June to 23rd June, that is the next 5 days, here you will be studying cost and management accounting and auditing and ethics. So in slot 1, you will study auditing and ethics. In slot 2, you will study cost and management accounting. Then in slot 3, you will study cost and management accounting. And in slot number 4, you will study auditing and ethics. Then from 24th June to 26th June, that is the next 3 days, here you will be studying paper 3 section A income tax law and paper 6 section A financial management. So in slot 1 you will study financial management and in slot 2 you will study income tax law. Then in slot 3 you will study income tax law again and in slot 4 you will study financial management. Then from 27th June to 29th June, the next 3 days. So here you will be studying paper 3 section B GST and paper 6 section B strategic management. So in slot 1 you will study strategic management. In slot number 2 you will study GST. Then in slot 3 again you will continue with GST. And in slot 4 you will study strategic management. So this actually covers half of your first round of revision. So as we all are aware that the passing criteria is 40 marks in each subject. But in aggregate, that is all the subjects together, we should secure 50 marks. That is 50%. Hence we are studying like this. That is we are starting all the subjects and we are trying to cover each subject proportionately. because it shouldn't happen like first we start studying advanced accounting for suppose, and by the time we finished advanced accounting it will take around 15 days, then we go to the paper 2, and same way by the time we reach the sixth paper, if there is no enough time left, and in sixth paper if we score less than 40 marks, then it will be considered fail. That's why it is very important to start studying all the subjects together, and we have to complete each subject in equal proportion. So from 30th June to 4th July, that is the next 5 days. So here you will be studying corporate and other laws and advanced accounting. So in slot 1 you will study corporate and other law. In slot 2 you will study advanced accounting. Then in slot 3 you will continue with advanced accounting. And in slot number 4 you will study corporate and other law. Then from 5th July to 9th July, that is the next 5 days. So here you will study auditing and ethics and cost and management accounting. So in slot 1 you will study auditing and ethics, and in slot 2 you will study cost and management accounting. Then in slot number 3 you will continue with cost and management accounting. Then in slot number 4 you will continue studying auditing and ethics. So you can also actually customize the study plan. So if you feel that you are strong in one particular subject and weak in one subject, you can give more time to the subject in which you are weak. So this is just to give you an idea as to how you can create study plans. So from 10th July to 12th July for the next 3 days, here you will be studying paper 3 section A income tax law and paper 6 section A financial management. So in slot 1 you will study financial management, in slot 2 you will study income tax law, and then in slot 3 you will continue with income tax law again, and in slot number 4 you will be studying financial management. Then from 13th July to 15th July, the next 3 days. So here you will be studying paper 3 section B GST and paper 6 section B strategic management. So in slot 1 you will study strategic management, and in slot 2 you will study GST. Then in slot number 3 you will continue with your GST, and in slot 4 you will study strategic management. So by 15th July, that is 32 days, by this you will be finishing first round of study. So on 16th July, that is 33rd day, we have kept a break day. So after first round of revision, you will be having 1 day break, or if anything is left over, you can study that also. But it is very important to at least keep 1 day break after studying for such a long time, because otherwise we might get bored, right? Continuously studying for so many days. And even every day when you are studying, it is very important to take regular breaks between each sessions. So from 17th July, that is 34th day, here you will be starting your revision actually. So before starting the revision, one suggestion is to go through the section wise weightages. So this is available in the BOS knowledge portal. So for each of the subject, go through the section wise weightage, and then first revise the chapters with the highest weightage first, and then you will be revising the other chapters. However, do not do selective study. It is very important to study all the chapters from the syllabus. So from 17 July to 19 July, the first 3 days. So here you will revise corporate and other law and advanced accounting. So in slot 1 you will revise corporate and other law. And in slot 2 you will revise advanced accounting. Then again in slot 3 you will revise advanced accounting. Then in slot number 4 you will revise corporate and other law. And throughout this study plan, the fifth slot is consistent, the same thing for solving the MCQ. As I already told, MCQ is very important. It is for 30 marks, guys. So if we answer it correctly, we can get 30 marks. Then from 20th July to 22nd July, that is the next 3 days. So here we'll be revising auditing and ethics and cost and management accounting. So in slot 1 you will revise auditing and ethics, and in slot 2 you will revise cost and management accounting. In slot number 3 you will continue with your revision of cost and management accounting. And in slot 4 you will revise auditing and ethics again. Then on 23rd and 24th July, the next 2 days. So here you will revise paper 3 section A income tax law and paper 6 section A financial management. So in slot 1 you will revise financial management, and in slot 2 you will revise income tax law. Then in slot 3 you will continue with your revision of income tax law, and in slot 4 you will revise financial management. Then on 25th and 26th July, the next 2 days, here you will revise paper 3 section B GST and paper 6 section B strategic management. So in slot number 1 you will revise strategic management, and in slot 2 you will revise GST. Then in slot 3 you will continue with your revision of GST, and in slot 4 you will revise strategic management. So from 27th July to 1st August, that is the next 6 days. Here in slot 1 and slot 2 you will be revising each of the subject. That is on 27th July you will revise advanced accounting. On 28th July you will revise corporate and other laws, and so on. So on each of the days in slot 1 and slot 2 you will revise the subjects. Then in slot 3, here you will attempt the mock test paper series 1. So this is the same time as the exam time. So as I mentioned earlier, it is very important to attempt the mock test paper. Now some tips to be considered while attempting the mock test paper. So while attempting the mock test paper, you have to attempt it in exam-like situation. That is, you shouldn't refer any study material, and you should try to complete the paper within the 3 hours time. And now we will see in the fourth slot what you will be doing. So after attempting the mock test paper, you will analyze the answers of the mock test paper in the fourth slot for these 6 days. So for each of the mock test paper, the ICAI will host the answers as well. So after you write the mock test paper, you have to compare your answer with the ICAI answer, and you have to see what errors you have made. So there might be some presentation error, or you might have to improve on your conceptual understanding. So whatever these errors are, you have to note down in a notebook so that you can improve on these points before you go to the real exam. So instead of being sad or disheartened in case you score less in the mock test paper, we have to try to learn as to what mistake we have done, and we have to try to rectify that before the real exam. And one more important point is, in case you start studying late or due to time crunch, you do not have time to attempt mock test paper at that time. So this is from my personal experience. At least you should go through the mock test paper once. That is, you can study it like any other subject. Like any other chapter you are studying, at least study the mock test paper once, because sometimes similar questions will be asked. So it is very important to go through the mock test paper. Now on 2nd August. So this is a day off again. Then from 3rd August to 5th August, the next 3 days, here you will be continuing with your revision again. So here you will revise corporate and other law and advanced accounting. So now when you continue your revision again, we have to ensure that whatever we have learned from the analysis of our mock test paper series 1 answer, we should try to incorporate that in this revision part, what will be continuing from 3rd August. So corporate and other law you will revise in slot 1 and advanced accounting you will revise in slot number 2. Then in slot 3 you will continue with the revision of advanced accounting and in slot 4 you will revise corporate and other law. Then from 6th August to 8th August, the next 3 days, here you will be revising auditing and ethics and cost and management accounting. So in slot 1 you will revise auditing and ethics and in slot 2 you will revise cost and management accounting and in slot 3 you will continue with your revision of cost and management accounting and in slot 4 you will revise auditing and ethics. Then on 9th and 10th August, the next 2 days, here you will revise paper 3 section A income tax law and paper 6 section A financial management. So in slot 1 you will revise financial management and in slot 2 you will revise income tax law. And in slot 3 you will continue with income tax law and in slot number 4 you will revise financial management. Then on 11th and 12th August, that is the next 2 days, here you will revise paper 3 section B GST and paper 6 section B strategic management. So in slot 1 you will revise strategic management and in slot number 2 and slot number 3 you will revise GST and in slot number 4 you will revise strategic management. Then from 13th to 18th August, that is the next 6 days. So here in slot 1 and slot 2 you will revise each of the subjects. Like on 13th August you will revise advanced accounting in slot 1 and slot 2. On 14th August you will revise corporate and other law in slot 1 and slot 2. So on for all the subjects on each of the 6 days. Then in slot number 3, which is same as the exam time, you will attempt the mock test paper 2. So this we have kept as same as the exam time. And here you will have to follow the same rules that when we discussed about the mock test paper series 1. Then in slot 4, here you will be analyzing your answers of the mock test paper 2, just like you did for MTP 1. And ensure you note down what changes are required or what more you have to study. Write this down in a notebook. Then from 19th August to 22nd August, that is the next 4 days. Here you will be revising advanced accounting and corporate and other law. So here when you are revising, we have to ensure that whatever we have noted down from our analysis of mock test paper 2, we have to incorporate that also in our revision. So in slot 1, you will revise corporate and other law. Then in slot 2 and slot 3, you will revise advanced accounting. And in slot number 4, again you will revise corporate and other law. Then from 23rd August to 26th August. So here you will revise auditing and ethics and cost and management accounting. So in slot number 1, you will revise auditing and ethics. And in slot 2 and slot 3, you will revise cost and management accounting. And in slot 4, again you will revise auditing and ethics.
and then on 27th and 28th August.
The next 2 days. Here you will revise paper 3 section A income tax law and paper 6 section A financial management and paper 6 section A financial management. So in slot number 1 you will revise financial management, and in slot 2 and slot 3 you will revise income tax law, and in slot number 4 again you will revise financial management. Then on 29th and 30th August, the next 2 days, so here you will revise paper 3 section B GST and paper 6 section B strategic management. So in slot 1 you will revise strategic management, and in slot 2 and slot 3 you will revise GST. Then in slot 4 again you will revise strategic management. Then 31st August, this is an extra day. If any chapter is pending from any of the subject, you can revise on this day. So your exams are starting from 4th September. So 1st September, 2nd September and 3rd September, here you will start preparing for paper 1 advanced accounting. So it is better to start preparing early for the paper 1 advanced accounting, because it will help you in boosting your confidence, and it will also help you to build your momentum for the rest of the exams. So if you are fully prepared for the first subject, it will be a positive start for you. So that's it guys, that's your roadmap for the next 80 days. Structured, balanced and a doable study plan if you stay consistent. So remember, it's okay to feel the pressure, but what matters is showing up every single day and trying every day. Even if it's not perfect, progress is progress. So guys, if you found this plan helpful, please like this video and also share it with your friends who are also appearing for the CA Inter exam. And subscribe to my channel for more strategies and tips on your CA journey. All the best for your preparation, and I will see you all in the next video.